ready, Ed? Come on. So the next speaker is this guy's he's on speed dial and calls me up everything that's happening in New London. He's just very energetic, loves New London, a champion of the city, always has positive energy. And now sometimes on those down days, I get a text, I get a call from him, or I run into him and say, hey, you're doing a great job. And I really appreciate this gentleman here, Ed Lamoureux, a champion for the city. He's going to talk a little bit about the Our Wife Conservancy. Thank you.
Thank you, Felix. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thanks to the mayor, Mayor Mike. Thanks to Felix. Rich, absolutely brilliant. Wyland, we can't thank you enough. It speaks for itself. I'm Edward Lamoureux, born and brought up in New London, went to school here in New London, lived, worked, and played on the river. With my wife, Jill, raise your hand there, 50 years, we founded the Our Wife Cove Conservancy, which is a 501c3 nonprofit environmental organization. And for those of you who don't know Our Wife Cove, or you're brand new to New London, go down to the south end of New London, and there's a place called Ocean Beach. How many people heard of Ocean Beach? Voted last year one of the top 25 beaches in America. Huh? And at the end of Ocean Beach is Our Wife Cove. Our Wife Cove is about 3/4 of a mile long. It's an inlet cove, estuary, comes off Long Island Sound. At its widest, it's about 500 feet. At its deepest, about 10 feet. But the reason why it's so important is because it's not only the border between Waterford and New London, and Rob Brule's here and Mike Passero's here. Hats off to these two leaders because they're working diligently to help us in our efforts to really protect, enhance, and preserve Our Wife Cove. Our Wife Cove is an estuary. It's the birthplace in the nursery of everything that gets fed into the ocean, especially the alewife fish. It's a herring, 10 to 15 inches long, migrates back to its fresh waters to spawn, goes back out into the ocean, and comes back. Well, Alewife Cove, as far as we know, is the only cove on the planet named Alewife Cove. So it's very special to New London. We live, work, and play around it, and we love it. When those who grew up in New London, we used to call it, let's go down to the creek. Remember that? Let's go down to the creek. So when I saw that Wyland, one of our really special people on the planet, was coming, and our 501c3 environmental hooks up with Wyland's foundation on the mission premise of what we're doing. Protect the watersheds. Really look at the stormwater runoff. Create citizen scientists. Bring art and students into this feeling. It's important. Think global, act local. Wyland is global. We're local. We're stitched at the hip now, forever. So we're very, very fortunate to have this as a welcoming gateway to our city, the Wailing Wall, the last one that Wyland may ever do. We'll see, but that's what's been said. You know, Aristotle said, the aim of art is not to represent the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. When you look at this wall, this goes directly to the heart, to the center of the atom of what you feel in your being. This speaks to you without words. So, Wyland, you know, for those of you who don't know New London and have never been here, and those of you that don't know about Wyland or just getting to know them, there's an old saying, if you don't know, you don't know. Once you know, you cannot not know. You will never not know about Wyland ever again. You know, the Native Americans, especially the Lakota tribe, have a saying, and I'll say this to you. In their language, it's Metakue oye son. I'll say it again, Metakue oye son. And what it means is we're all related. Two-legged, four-legged, finned, feathered, furred, those that crawl within the earth and those that grow out of the earth. We are all related. And when you look at this mural, Don't you feel that? That these whales speak to us at a deep level? I'll tell you, New London, we are very, very lucky. So, been an honor to meet you. Been an honor to be with you. Look forward to working with your foundation. Steve, the Wyland Foundation, all of you guys, gals, thank you so much. You know, we had a philosopher in this part of the world, in New England, pretty famous. His name was Ralph Waldo Emerson. And he gave a quote that I think he knew this man Wyland was going to come around later on in life, because it certainly sums him up. It says, extraordinary people are ordinary people caught on fire with a burning desire and purpose. Your purpose was to inspire a world, and that's what you did. So on behalf of a very grateful community, you really did put the word unity in community on this one. We thank you. We welcome you back. We're so grateful. And I would be remiss if today I didn't say, go Yukon Huskies.